Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Strange, issue number 3. Isn't that a Mazzy Star song? Strange, you never knew. Let me stop before I lose all of my subscribers. Jeez, that'd be terrible. Anyway, Jed McKay is the writer, Marcelo Ferreira on pencils, Robert Poggi and Don Ho on inks, Java Tartaglia on colors, and VC's Corey Petit doing the letters. Bjorn Behrens doing the cover, and there's 3 variant covers, which is wild. Also, Stanley and Steve Ditko created Doctor Strange, mostly Steve Ditko, and you could argue that only Steve Ditko created Dormammu, Umar, and Clea herself. So, hey, it's a Steve Ditko book, and we didn't even know it. All right. I liked this book a lot. There's a good amount of action, not a whole lot of story, but it seems that there is a whole lot of setup. All right, we already know what's going to happen in the next issue. She's going to have dinner with her mom, Clea. So that means Umar, the queen of the Faltine, the niece, excuse me, the sister of Dormammu, the Dread. Yeah, that one. So that's cool. That can actually be funny. And McKay has a way of making things really funny. Not necessarily Leslie Nielsen Naked Gun style funny, but O.J. Simpson falling over and touching a freaking hot pot and banging his head. No, not one of those kinds of funnies, but an actual intellectual funny thing. Also, I like the idea that Clea is turning everybody into snakes. Give the 2 main snakes, some play dates. That would be fun. The Rose is in this in the beginning. And if you think of any Doctor Strange story in the comic books, whether it's his own story or especially somebody else's book, the people are fighting. Doctor Strange shows up, does like some kind of a special magical clap, and every bad guy disappears or is banished or automatically put in, irons and sent to jail. Whatever, right? That's cool. I dig that. I always dig that because you have to have a way in the beginning to show Doctor Strange is badass, don't F with him. And then later on, when you see somebody F with him and come close to it, at least come close to kicking his butt, then it's like, oh, this is a threat. And it works on us every single time. Every time. They half did that with Clea. She walks in, she kicks a whole lot of butt, everybody's terrified, but there is no showing weakness on her. Now, there is the chance that somebody might argue that she's a Mary Sue. This is only issue number 3. I'm looking for, by the end of the storyline, something to genuinely jack her ass up. I want something to actually put her up because she's on a huge power trip right now. Look, Sorcerer Supreme of 2 different realms. That's pretty badass. She is absolutely bad, and she's arguably one of the most powerful characters going. When the Rose's people use that Sands of Nasanti thing on her, and she just talks her way out of it. Saying like she just oh, here's why that didn't work. Now watch as I kick your sorry ass. Like, that was good. That was very good. But I need to see some kind of struggle with her. There's got to be. Otherwise, there's no investment. I don't feel like the character's ever going to be in danger, in which case, that's when people start saying, well, it's kind of like a Superman book. Nobody's really worried that Superman's going to die. He's OP. You run the risk of making Clea OP. That's dangerous territories right there. And the way to get to her is her pride. I hope all of this is just the same, because this is a book with a lot of setup in it. We got a dinner with her mom in the next issue. We're definitely going to have Moon Knight or Shadow Knight, depends on if you're looking at the picture or the words in the next issue, which is awesome. We'll get back to that in a moment. And then you got some kind of a technocracy of some sort because they're computers and there's dealings with magic. I'm digging on that. That looks cool. I used to read Mage the Ascension stuff or The Awakening, whatever those books were called by White Wolf. Hells yes, I'm down for that. Shoo. Fight me. And something else that's a 5th one, just make something up and boom, there you go. Like, there's 5 major things wrong. Set up for foreshadowing and future encounters coming up in the possibly the following issue or later on down the storyline's line. That said, I need to see something actually happen. Everything can't just be a setup. You got the introduction, the first issue. I missed the previous issue, so I think I missed the previous issue. So I'm wondering what could have happened, what didn't happen, if I did read it, I don't remember what happened. It feels like it's just a lot more of the same, right? She's walking around, she's kicking butt, taking names. Oh, the 5th one, the bazaar, right? There's all that stuff at the magical bazaar. and all those people. Oh, and the sixth one. That guy that looks like the blank is there, but he's called No One or None or something like that. Anyway, there's a lot. There's a whole lot of setup for future things to happen. And with the action being as packed as it is right now, I can only imagine what it's gonna feel like when the hammer actually drops or falls on some of these other characters. What's gonna happen when some of these other storylines are finally ready to come in and overwhelm her. But I do need to see her being overwhelmed at some point. Get her with her pride, get her with something. But there's got to be something to make her realize, I'm not cut out for this. That would maybe be too far. She could question it. That would be great. The crisis of consciousness, all that stuff. Like, is my narcissism overtaking me? All of those things. Those are great storylines for somebody that powerful. Oh, I look forward to hopefully seeing that, all of those and more. But there's got to be something that makes her realize I'm not as powerful as I thought I was. There has to be. Otherwise, this whole character is just going to fall flat with people. She's OP. She's a Mary Sue. Who cares, right? She's like basically Superman, but, with a C instead of an S. Nobody wants to see that. There's a reason why Superman's sales are consistent, but consistently low, for all intents and purposes. Anyway, the Moon Knight thing. With Jed McKay doing both characters, having a one-time crossover sounds cute and all. I hope that maybe within the next 10 issues or so, we actually have it so that there's a crossover. So these two characters actually, he's writing for both characters. He's got a certain level of control over both characters. Not like he's got to call up another writer. Hey, can I borrow Spider-Man for a little bit? No, he's writing both characters. He just tells Zetter, hey, Dick, I'm doing this. My name's actually Bob. Whatever, Richard. Listen, that's what I want to see. I would love to see some kind of a crossover where it's like 3 issues on her side, 3 issues on his side. Let's see them just cross over back and forth. Give me a reason to buy both comic books. Give other people a reason to buy both comic books and see how cool these characters are written by McKay. I'm just saying. And I don't think I'm saying much, but I'm just saying. Anyway, all in all, while not the greatest story in the world, everything here just felt like a build-up and then to be continued. It's not usually what you want to do, but there is enough action in here to make you feel as though you earned something. This is, I say this every so often. This is not one of those comic books that you're going to feel the need to save and put in plastic and, put in, not Mylar, but actual plastic, the CGC stuff. I don't see any reason for something like that with this, but this is absolutely a fold over, stuff in your pocket, go hang out with your buddy, be like, hey, do you know Doctor Strange is dead? What? I just saw the Multiverse of Madness. No, in the comics, check it out. His girlfriend, his wife, is actually the Sorcerer Supreme now. Yeah, really? You check it out, it's like, this isn't bad. There's a chance she could be like Superman, but hey, everybody watches a Professor Bill video, right? And when they do, they usually like the video and watch an ad. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.